Hello everybody, welcome to Anime Mystics, and tonight I'm going to be continuing the Permafrost Empire Anastasia Lost Belt. I believe we're on section 12. Yes. And this is titled Imminent Slaughter, which is pretty ominous. I know the section before this, we were talking about going to this town and basically stealing their food because the bad guys, that's what I'm calling them for now because I can't remember their name, they destroyed one of our food reserves. So we're low on food. And Yaga need a ton of food in order to survive. I think it said they said they would starve in 3 days if they didn't have food. So, yeah. And since this town being, oh god, what is his name? Well, being our Yaga friend's hometown, he was a little upset to find out that we were going to attack it, but he also said that he didn't really care because they ran him out of town. Then again, his mother is still there, so, you know. And then Avisbron brought up that while the intentions might be really good on going in and trying not to hurt anybody to take the food, usually these kind of plans don't work out that well and usually end up with a slaughter. So they're trying to come up with something to prevent that. But we'll see. I'm assuming, based on the title, that it doesn't work out. So let's get into this. Oh, are you serious? From all my rolls, I see. Alright, let's sell some of this. Just gonna get rid of these 3-star CEs really quick. I never really keep these anyway. Oh, I did get a second one of those, huh? I will keep those. Okay, so I don't think I'll need these again, so we'll delete those 3 extra ones. There we go. That should give us plenty of space. There we go. Okay, so I need a caster and a couple of archers. Caster. Bring you along, and as far as archers, we'll bring Ishtar, and we'll bring Tomoe. We're going to switch that out with Pent. And I think we'll give you another... another one of these. There we go. There's a bunch of 4-stars I need to see if I can MLB make some space as well. But we'll do that later. Alright. Section 12. Open this soda really quick. Alright. Ready to go, Roman? I've already sent soldiers on ahead to take up positions around the city. We will begin by eliminating the occupying the city, then we may start negotiations with the mayor. He will likely grow more unwilling to negotiate as the battle drags on, so we must attack swiftly and decisively to break their resolve. Alright, let's go. That was fast. Okay. Let's go right into the battle. Alright. If you haven't already, be sure to check out my banner roll summons for Anastasia and Ivan. I might put the link in the description for that video, or I'll just put something up in the corner so you all can click on it if you want to check it out. Okay. Got a lot of Tomoe. Usually, I would do the 3 Neros, but I want to get these 2 up to their NP quickly. Oh, you. Okay, let's get Tomoe. I believe I got her at No, I think she's NP5 now. I could be mistaken. She might be NP3 or 4. Can we please stop with the criticals? Let's put this on here. We use this and hopefully get invincible. Do this. Get rid of this guy first, because he's got the most health. And hopefully she'll take him out. She didn't get a lot of her NP. Alright, she's close. This is 3 battles, though. Okay, this is mostly sabers. So we're gonna try using... Probably won't kill the assassin, but we should at least get rid of the 2 sabers. Yeah, definitely didn't kill the assassin. Took half, though. Okay. See if we can keep Tomoe from dying. This should work out pretty good. Okay. See if that killed everybody. Yep. It was a little touch and go there for Tomoe. but she made it out alive. Oh, there's the new Ascension material. Eternal Ice. Okay. Okay, part 2. Alright, it's all casters I'm gonna need, huh? Let's bring you. Gonna bring, yeah, and we'll bring, where are you? There you are. Switch out that 4-star CE. Oh, wait a second. We might do that instead. Let's see, Ishtar, okay. Let's try that. I haven't been able to test out her CE, so let's give it a shot. Ha! Dead. Boss got the last of the op. Who are you, Pete? We are those who have sworn to defy Ivan the Terrible and the Op's oppressive regime. It's the rebel army. You all knew about the Yaga suffering in the frontier, yet you still kowtowed to the Op and told them about the Yaga who had fled. I understand it is the Yaga way to submit to the strong, and that is what you must do to survive. But there is a price for the choices you have made, and now it is time to pay that price. Bring us 60% of the food you have stored. Over half our stock? You can't be serious. We'll all starve to death. I know a lie when I smell one. You could hand over 70% and still be just fine. What? That's absurd. As long as you lot do not eat greedily, that is. Did you really think you could fool me? I've heard all about how some Yaga communities have essentially separated into nobility and commoners. How foolish. In this frigid tundra, any Yaga who does not receive a fair share of food cannot hope to survive. Did you honestly think you could form a nobility caste whose only role is to sit around and grow fat? You misunderstand. We would never think to establish a nobility not sanctioned by the Tsar. All we did was divide our roles. Weaklings like the old, the sick, and orphans are weeded out, leaving the warriors to protect the city, and the rest of us to keep it running. That's how we've kept the city safe all these years. Warriors keeping the city safe. The only thing they're keeping safe is the demonic beast colonies. I also know how they have been shooting Yaga from other villages who happened to cross their path. Shut your mouth, you furless freak. Those demonic beasts are our quarry. Eat. I am speaking to your mayor. Stay out of this. Wait, please. You win. We'll bring you the food. But please, at least take no more than 40%. 50%. Give us half your food, and we will leave your city in peace. I assure you, this will not be a regular occurrence. Our current circumstances are unusually dire. I hope you can understand, Mayor. Very well. I understand Adelante went on the offensive to discourage them from resisting, but she may have gone a bit too far. Holmes? Hostility is running high in the rebel army right now. You can see it in their eyes. Oh yes, I can tell. I know that glare all too well. I have seen it aimed my way many a time. Must have been hard for you. Don't you pity me? Being envied is the mark of a successful man. It wasn't hard for me at all. Really, it didn't look like that when you were saying it. Fu fight Fu? Okay. Fu wishes you luck. Don't you tell me that, cursed little monster. This is the thanks I get for sharing my bacon with you every morning? So for the moment, this hostility remains relegated to tongue-clicking and spitting in disgust. However, it will take but a single spark to ignite a conflagration. Be careful, Miss Roman. Ah! Yeah, I know that was horrible, but still. Master! Shut up. I barely bumped into you. Or bumped into him. How could you say that? He's only a child. We're in a hurry here. I don't have time for this shit. Both of you, just settle down. How dare you all revolt like this? It was the Tsar who made it possible for us to survive this world. You wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for him, you ingrates. Shut up. Do you know what it's like having to watch the Op murder your little sister? They trampled her with their black horses until her body was just a red smear on the ground. Only because she was weak and deserved to die. Both of you stop it. Enough. This conversation is over. Get back. Yeah, I mean you too. Damn it. You okay, Mash? Yes, I'm alright. I'm only watching from a distance after all. It's just, this must be so hard. There aren't clearly defined lines between the two sides. Both have their own justifiable reasons for the choices they've made. Yeah. It's the Op. The Op are here. Huh? Reinforcements? Everyone, get your rifles ready. Prepare for combat. I give the orders here. Your rifles stay where they are. Now hurry and get the food out of here. Thank goodness. I knew the Tsar wouldn't forsake us. This is the end for you traitorous rebels. Tremble in fear. The Op will wipe out every last one of you. Are you an idiot? What do you think is going to happen here? Your people will be caught in the crossfire. Huh? This couldn't have happened at a worse time. There will be a massacre, just as Avisbron feared. We were hoping to minimize losses on both sides, but now it seems the opposite will be accomplished. What do we do? Our only option is to head out as quickly as possible and face the Op far away from the townspeople. But even then, I'm afraid it will be fiendishly difficult to stop them completely. I only hope Avisbron makes it here in time. Billy. Guess we're just gonna have to do what we can to stop them. Let's go. Darn right. Here come the Op, Master. Please be careful. Hostile rebels spotted defying the Tsar. We will mow them down and return them all to dust. Let's do this, Roman. I'll hold them off just as long as I can. Don't worry, we'll be helping. Wait. Alright, it's just one, but there's 100 of them. Maybe I should have put casters in my reinforcements. Okay. Might have to use some Sank Quartz for all I know. We have no debuffs right now, so I'll hold off. Again, I want to get their, at least Nitocris and Cersei's NP pretty quick. Ah, didn't take him out. No, we'll wait. Okay. I know we're not going to take this guy out. Can we stop shooting Cersei, please? Oh. Okay. See here. I'm gonna at least try to get rid of these two. Oops, nope. This is going to be a long battle. Unless I don't have to kill all 100 of them. But I don't know. Oh! It caused death to that guy, but it only got rid of one of his bars, didn't it? Oh, nice. Okay. I was a little worried there. I thought I was going to have to fight all 100 of them. But, hey, whatever. Good job, Nitocris. All right. Same thing, huh? I don't know how this is going to turn out, so maybe I should bring a Merlin. Switch you out with another caster. Gonna say Da Vinci here. Now let's do this. I'll leave the 2 berserkers. Gotta reload. Give me a bit of cover. I'll heal you. That'd be just capital. Thanks. Never heard that before. It's no use. I'm afraid it's already begun. Huh? Gah. Ah! Haha! They did it! They did it! Take that, you damn traitors! This is my town, you... Huh? And now you're dead. What the... Why? My czar? Goddamn op. I mean, we tried to tell you. Damn it. Die. Die already. Death to all who resist the Tsar. Rest in peace. I guess they would speak more monotone, wouldn't they? Gah! You bastard. Damn it, this thing packs enough power to stop a demonic beast dead. But these op just won't go down. They're much stronger than the ones from before. Take this. What? He just shot a citizen. What do you think you're doing? That was a citizen. Or a civilian, sorry. What are you, nuts? He had a weapon on him. Look closer, you idiot. That was a broom. Stupid. Fire, 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 fire! Kill them. Kill them all! Damn it. Ah! My arm! Hey, just be lucky it was your arm. Do not open fire on civilians. But boss, they've got guns too. And the op are all mixed in among them. We can't just ignore them. Aim for the op only. That is all I can say. Right. I cannot believe I am tolerating collateral damage. You kind of have to right now. Unfortunately. Damn it. Where's my mom? Is she alright? She hasn't come outside, has she? No, she's fine. There's nothing happening near her house. What the? That was a bomb. The rebel army's bombing us. The op are bombing us. What's going on? Damn it, now there's a fire. Fire! My house is on fire! This is awful. What do we do? I don't think you can save everybody. We don't know who started that fire, but if it spreads to the rest of the city... I believe it was a dust explosion. It was most likely caused by that group who attacked the grain storehouse earlier. From there, the resulting fire must have reached the warehouse that was filled with oil barrels. But worry not, the blizzard is picking up, so to speak. The fire should go out before it can spread. I figured, from the way he was speaking. Avasbron. My apologies for being tardy, Master, but with the extra time I took, I will now be able to properly contain the situation. Really? Are you sure? I am. Everything is in place. Now, let's turn this mess around, shall we? Golems activate. Chokma Bell Infinite. I'm pretty sure I really mispronounced that, but whatever. Why, you... Huh? Now you've done... Huh? That's right. The Golem fist to the face. They have 2 orders. Gather up all weapons, crush the op. The golems I embedded throughout the city are already on the move, thanks to the cores I set in place and the buildings I'm using for material. Fortunately, the city... No, in fact, every stone wall in this world is imbued with magical energy. In consequence, it is all especially well suited to making golems. Of course, doing so does end up destroying a large number of stone walls and buildings in the process, but I hope you will agree that it is much better to lose buildings than to lose lives. While I'm on the subject, I should also mention that I was able to keep the fire from spreading by having my golems destroy the surrounding buildings. I had no idea you could use golems like this. No wonder it took you so long to get ready. I do apologize for that. I only wish I had begun setting the cores a little sooner. Is there anything else you would like me to do, Master? I think that about covers it. We should get it out while the getting... I think that about covers it. I'm glad to hear it. That makes all my hard work worthwhile. I kind of figure the character would not want to just leave everybody like this, so that's why I didn't choose that other option. Okay, 2 battles. We don't have to deal with 100 though, I hope. Attack down. There goes one. Good critical there. Stun. There's no point trying to kill the one in the back. I'd have to use a Noble Phantasm in order to do it. And I don't feel like doing that. Trying to boost Nitocris's MP as high as I can. I could have used Merlin's NP at least. Oh well, whatever. See what we're dealing with in this battle. Only 2, but well, Nitocris could probably take him out. Let's see. Not that one. I know this raises Buster, but you know, whatever. I think I'm gonna let Cersei use her NP first, just so we could turn this guy into a pig, hopefully. I love turning enemies into pigs. And this should finish them both off. Definitely killed the pig. Alright, yeah, I killed them both.
ご苦労様。じゃあ次に行こ
う。Alright. Got another ice. Very well, that should do it. Now then, let us make a cautious retreat. I've placed golems all throughout the city. I can't promise there will be no more injuries, but at least there should not be further deaths. Eep. Please don't kill me. Or, yeah, he's not gonna kill you. Hey, that's my weapon. Yeah, he knows. Come back with that. Good. How's the food coming along? We're almost done thanks to the golem's help. Although we've lost almost a third of what we had originally meant to take. It'll have to be enough. Rebel Army, it's time to make our retreat. That's the signal to retreat, Master. Good. The Op should prioritize the golems over us. Let us take this opportunity to retreat as well. Good idea. He's still looking for his mom. It'll be okay. It'll be fine. What the hell am I saying? So what if it is fine? I can't visit her now. I already gave up on this town. I abandoned it. Besides, that last bit of food I left her has got to be gone by now. Is this the guy that turned him in? Hey, you. Pat, you traitor! I knew you joined the rebel... Forget about that. What about my mom? Is she okay? Your mother? What are you, stupid? Your mother's dead. All because you joined the rebel army. We gathered as many rocks as we could and stoned her to death ourselves. It's all your fault. It would never have happened if you hadn't been so weak. Now it's your turn to die, you piece of... Yeah, what do you think was going to happen, idiot? That can't be. No, you're lying. You're... No. I know he wasn't lying. I should have known all along. I should have known the city would never let a traitor's family go unpunished. Of course they were going to kill my mother when I gave up on this place. No, 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 no. This is not my fault. It's not. The rebellion is in the right. These Yaga are all sinners. We should never have lived in this city. This place always scared me. Ever since I was a kid. They've always been so ruthless with the weak. Dad used to be the captain of the city's guards, but when he petitioned the Op for more food on the city's behalf, they killed him on the spot. The city is trash. Worse than trash. Why couldn't Mom just leave? It's my fault she's... No, it's not. It's not. Damn it, Pat, what are you doing? Come on, we're leaving. Huh? Shit. There's still some Op left. Go on and bring up the rear. Hurry. I'm sorry. Pat? Where's he going? Let's go, Master. It seems Pat is going his own way now. What happened? Pat. I feel like I'm gonna suffocate. What's wrong? It's almost time for our inspection. Oh yes, what's his name? Kiers. Wodime, that's it. I'm told he's a mage from a very old distinguished family. There's plenty of mages from old families. That's nothing special. Wodime's the real deal. He's got the lineage, the skill, and the confidence. I hate to admit it, but there's no better choice for leader than him. The Cryptors are supposed to be competing to see which LostBelt comes out on top. But we pretty much all know that he's going to end up winning. You mean at this point in time? Yeah, at this point in time. Good. I'm glad to see you've still got some fight left in you. It's gonna be him, isn't it? Oh no, it's Canis. For a while there, I thought we'd scared you off for good. Stand down, Op. She is our guest. She is no threat to the Tsar. I might be, depending on what you guys have been up to. If your king turns out to be a useless third-rate weakling, I'm taking him and this whole LostBelt down. Please stop trying to provoke us. I respect the effort it must take to cross the sea in storms just to pay us a visit. But I can't say I approve of you trying to stir up unnecessary trouble. Fighting now benefits no one. Besides, I'd hate to have to cut the number of Wodheim's precious divine spirit servants from 3 to 2. Well, listen to you. And here I thought you were just another weakling. Hey, Grand Duchess, is he just acting tough because you're here? Or has he just been keeping his fangs hidden all this time? Do you really need to ask, Canis? It's both. I see. So he's scared and foolhardy, huh? I like that. It means you still got plenty of room to grow. What do you want? We don't have anything noteworthy to report. Everything's going fine. You call this fine? Yours is the only LostBelt where the Tree of Emptiness hasn't taken root. Hell, yours hasn't even sprouted yet. No wonder my master's concerned. Why do you think he sent me here? He was worried a weakling like you wouldn't be up to the challenge. I'm doing great. Might be a slow start, but that's not exactly anything new for me. My caster and I are going to be the last one standing when this is all over. That won't change. I know the Tree of Emptiness hasn't taken root. That's because the Tsar doesn't get why he needs it yet. But it's only a matter of time until he does. In the meantime, I'm going to keep laying my groundwork. Ever played Reversi? No? I guess you wouldn't have. Well, let's just say I'm playing the long game. Things will switch up down the line. You've got harsh eyes. I can see your ambitions in them. So you're sucking up to the king while waiting for your chance to turn the tables on him, huh? Fine then. If you can actually put one over on Wodheim, that'll make for one hell of a show. Alright, I'll tell him there's no problem in Russia. This LostBelt's foundations might suck, but its king is as monstrous as they come. Yep. I took a peek at him, and he's quite a beast. I don't even think our own demiurge could take him. Make sure you get a good jump on the other cryptors, Kadak, sorry. You want to look good for your woman, don't you? I think it's sweet, a master and a servant being a couple. Once you've made it official, I'll pop over and make her my woman, right in front of you. How vulgar. Uncultured boar. I despise your kind. Well, ain't that a coincidence? I can't stand a woman who can't do a damn thing for herself getting fawned over all the time. Nothing to say to that, huh? Are you lonely or something, Canis? Do you need someone to talk to? If it's a tea party you're looking for, I'll grab you a chair right now. Sure thing. I'll be glad to take you up on that when little Miss Grand Duchess ain't around. And hey, listen to that biting wit of yours. How come you keep that under wraps most of the time? Let's just say I know there is a time and place for everything. Now, is that all you have to say? Yeah, that's it. Oh, hey, one more thing. Are those proper human history guys still here? I'm pretty sure David said they'd be showing up here in Russia. I'm handling them as we speak. They'll be out of the picture soon enough. The hell? You mean you still haven't killed them? Tell you what, I'll do you a favor while I'm here and take care of them for you. I don't think so. This is my LostBelt they came to. That makes them my quarry. Mine to deal with as I see fit. Is that so? You sure are pushing your luck, aren't you, human? Almost like looking at myself back when I was still living. Fine, Kadak. I'll see how far that arrogance of yours carries you. You're right. Russia is your game board, after all. You just do your best to get first place. But be careful you don't get taken by surprise. If you pull it off, maybe then I'll join you for a little tea party. For your little tea party. What an obnoxious servant. If you hadn't been here to stop me, I would have ended up killing Canis myself. We don't need any more trouble right now, and we don't want to bother the Tsar either. I wonder if all heroes from the Age of Gods are as rude as she is. I can't stand how she looks down on us either. Yeah, I know. It's all my fault. Yes, it is. And when something reflects poorly on you, it reflects poorly on me as well. I understand why that is, but it only makes me angrier. I still have some tea leaves Pepe gave me. I know you servants don't need that sort of thing, but I hope it'll at least put you in a better mood. That will depend on how it tastes. Okay, section 13. First part has no battles. The man in gray, huh? Alright. See what this is all about. Loading. Get the provisions to the storehouse, quickly. After that, I want you to sort them into perishables and non-perishables, and give the perishables to the children and elderly. Non-combatants, boil some water and prepare to treat the wounded. I want the wounded in a single file line. I'm afraid I get a bit queasy at the sight of blood, so I think I'll go repair my golems instead. I will also have some of my golems keep watch. I believe it would be best for all the Yaga to get some rest now. Thank you, Avisbron. I appreciate that. Think nothing of it. I must say, though, it is rather odd hearing you thank me. What do you mean? It's nothing. Let's just say I sensed fate at work. I do not understand that, man. I'm hungry. I mean, we could eat you. That would make you not hungry. No, I'm kidding. Don't worry, I'll have some meat for you in no time. That'll make you feel better. Pat. Master? What are you muttering about? He ran away, and we didn't go after him. That's all there is to it. Besides, any mage worth their salt should be used to betrayal. Don't be sad about that mutt running away. Be sad you've lost your guide in this land, and how hard it'll be to replace him. Yeah, but I don't think it's really that Roman is sad necessarily. I think she's just trying to understand why he left more than anything. I imagine he had his reasons, and of course we owe him a debt for involving him in all this to begin with. We will just have to hope that he is alright. There's nothing else we can do for him right now. Now, what say we switch gears, Miss Roman? It seems you have finished unloading the food. Perhaps you should inform Miss Adelante. All the food's put away. Good. Thank you, Roman. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate your help. If it weren't for you and Avisbron, the rebel army would have been wiped out today. Or, barring that, we may have ended up massacring those townspeople, and we could never have hoped to atone for such a sin. Thankfully, our own losses were minimal. At least that is what I will tell myself to keep despair at bay. At any rate, I'm sorry to ask this of you so soon after getting back, but I have another mission. We learned something in our intelligence gathering for this operation. It did not pertain to the operation, but it is nonetheless very important. It concerns the town of Yagatula. Do you remember what I told you before, about the soldiers who came to join us and soon ended up leaving again? I'm told that they made their way into Yagatula, ingratiated themselves with the local authorities, and now essentially run the town as their own. Although they've been careful not to do anything that would incur Ivan the Terrible's wrath. Unfortunately, it would seem the Imperial Court's mage, priest, or some such caught wind of those Yaga. We have word that the Op and a servant have been sent to deal with them, which has thrown the whole town into chaos. But this also puts one of our enemy's stronger operatives alone and unguarded in the field. Not counting the Op, of course. This represents an excellent opportunity to eliminate the servant. Unfortunately, Yagatula is too far away to send a large force without it being obvious. I am certain one of Avasbron's golems could cross that distance in no time. But if he goes with you, I'm afraid that would leave the golems here inoperable. In that case, I will set them to obey your commands, Adelante. I'm afraid they won't be able to handle complex instructions, but you should have no trouble telling them who to attack or what to carry. That would be more than sufficient. The rebel army should not be going anywhere for the time being. We will remain here and tend to our injured and continue our training. And by the way, about Pat. Yes, I heard the report. That sort of thing happens all the time. Though it may have been a poor choice on his part to run away in Yaga's Small, of all places. I only hope the op have not killed him. I'll get ready to leave right away. I believe it would be in your best interest to rest for a while, but if that is your wish, I will not stand in your way. Well, since you look to be going against another servant, I reckon I'll tag along. Adelante, you got any notion of who this servant may be? Yes, it seems he has not been at all shy about announcing his name. He is called Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Mozart. Huh? Amadeus. That's right, we know him. Even if it's not really him. Damn it. What is that thing? I'd rather fight the op any day of the week. Fear me. My shriek shall shatter your eardrums, and my claws shall slice the very darkness itself. I shall execute you all and see that your sins are punished. There is no refuge for evil in this world. Well, that guy's dead. Another wrong made right. It is unclear whether there is meaning to this justice, but as I am a servant, this is how things must be. Repent for your misdeeds and rest in peace. In this lost belt, death is the closest you will come to salvation. There he is! It's the servant! Come on, shoot him, quickly! Damn it, he's gone. Where is he? Where'd he go? He's probably behind one of you. Maybe if we follow his scent... What do you imagine that will accomplish? You Yaga certainly are resilient. Even I cannot kill you unless I cut off your heads. I caught one! Oh, it's an op talking. I got a little too excited with that one. Damn it, let me go! Do not fret. I will. Just as soon as you tell me what I need to know. Are you part of the rebel army? Hell no, we're not. Don't go lumping us in with those sissies. As you are the ones who have ended up captured, I have to believe that they are the more capable bunch. Shut up. Hand over your food. Really? I don't think you're in any position to be asking for food. If we don't eat, we're gonna starve to death. Tell me, have you ever heard anyone play the piano? Huh? Piano? What's that? Put him out of his misery, Op. Those of his profession do not deserve such a grand reward. Hey, stop that! Get away from... Oh, alright. Why? Why is there no music to be found here? Why does no one even attempt to open their mind and lend an ear to the arts, to the poetry of sound, to the whispers of the heavens? I suppose everyone who lives in this chilling hellscape is far too preoccupied with survival to appreciate the finer things in life. What are your orders? Are there any bandits still alive? Yes, one. Torture him as you desire, then release him. Release an enemy of the Tsar? You heard me. Release him, and he shall make his way to those with power. He will run to the rebel army for help, and thus lead us right to them. I would ask why you couldn't think of something so simple, but I suppose that would be too much to expect of denizens of dreams such as yourselves. Nonetheless, I know of what I speak when I say that letting this one go will help us eliminate the Tsar's enemies. Resist the urge to slaughter him now. Ah, this blizzard batters my cranium. Why am I here? What purpose am I meant to serve? Apparently just be a killing machine. Okay, see you later. We're on our way. Right. Be careful. Oh, while you're out there, I would appreciate it if you could also deliver a manifesto to the villages you find along the way. Could I ask that of you? The sooner we have enough power to attack the capital, the sooner we can be free of the Tsar's tyranny. At the moment, though, we still have a great deal to do before we are able to free this world. Hey, guess we won't be seeing you around for a while. You guys really saved our cricket bacon back there. Bye-bye, Miss Weakling. Shut up, kid. Hey, don't be rude to Roman. But she's human, right? Aren't humans weak? I heard that's why they all died out a long time ago, so I'm really surprised to see some now. Don't be stupid. These humans are here because they're strong. So strong they'll kill you if you keep mouthing off to them like that. Okay, sorry. Don't worry, we're not going to... trying to get her to, or him, or whatever it is, to believe that you're strong, so that's why. Don't worry, we're not gonna... why'd you say we would kill her? For us, the idea that the strong get to eat is absolutely everything. It affects every aspect of our lives. I've had that idea imprinted on me ever since I was a pup myself, and I still basically agree with it. See you later. Bring me back a souvenir. I don't know if there'll be any souvenirs, but I'll try. I finished making adjustments to your golem, Master. Thankfully, the blizzard is rather mild today, at least by this world's standards. I believe it would be best to take advantage of that and make as much progress as we can. As you can. And then there are the manifestos. Adelante asked you to... and then there are the manifestos Adelante asked you to deliver. I don't know why they cut this in half like that. Please make sure you're well prepared before you head out, Master. Don't forget to check your Arctic Mystic Code. Indeed, this cold is so severe that any slit in your Mystic Code would quickly lead to frostbite and necrosis on the affected body part. Even with your Magecraft protection, I do hope you will be careful out there, Master. Alright, I'm heading out. My goal was always to unite all the servants summoned to this land and overthrow Ivan the Terrible alongside the rebel army. And now, thanks to the Master of Chaldea, that goal actually seems attainable, rather than a pipe dream. Whoa, what's going on? My head is killing me. I suppose even servants cannot always get what they want. When my pipe dream becomes reality, I wonder if I will wake from this dream too. Let me go, damn it. Oh, the op got him. So you were a survivor from the rebel army. Unfortunately, you were the only one I was able to capture. The op have a terrible time exercising control at times like this, you see. In that sense, you should count yourself lucky. I hope you understand that much. Just so you know, I'm only a new recruit. I don't remember anything. I see. So you lack confidence in your memory, eh? I appreciate you telling me that before we begin. Your kind are quite durable indeed. We could be out here all day if we take things one question at a time. What was that? I said you Yaga have a high tolerance for pain, thanks to your dull sense of it. All the more so if you're prepared to give up your lives. In my experience, you cannot make a Yaga talk whether you rip out his claws, break his limbs, or even toss him in a dark hole for a month. The ops methods of torture only ever end up killing you. It's a tremendous waste of time. Is that so? If you're going to kill me, then kill me already. Oh, they have no intention of killing you right now. I can't do that, my young Yaga. As you can see, I'm a man of the cloth, here to spread God's word. I would like to avoid taking life unless strictly necessary. Besides, I have something else in mind. There's a test of sorts I've been meaning to try out. Op, we will be taking this Yaga with us. Do be careful with him. Yes, sir. What are you planning to make me do? I believe you said you lack confidence in your memories. Then you have no cause to rejoice. I'm going to give you the shock of a lifetime. Alright. Don't like the sound of that. Snow-covered plateau. Okay, berserkers. So we're gonna bring... Oh wait, no, not Abby. I'm gonna bring my own Abby if I'm gonna bring an Abby. Gonna bring you. Abby, we're gonna switch this out. Nah, we're gonna give you the one that raises your NP to 75% at the start. We'll switch you out with Pent. Watch your mouth, Mash. Sorry, we're back online. I'm afraid our transmission is cutting in and out. It might be because of how fast you're moving. Can't you track Master even without communicating with her? Yes, of course. I'm monitoring her right now. Perhaps we should slow down for a while and take a moment to make a report. Why don't we take a break, or even set up camp for the night? Well, that sounds like a fine idea. I confess, I'm about ridden down. What do you think, Master? You must be tired as well, no? Let's see... I'm gonna go with that one. You bet I am. Right. Okay, everyone, please start getting ready to make camp. Incidentally, I believe we should begin by eliminating the nearby demonic beasts and securing the area. We certainly wouldn't want them attacking us while we're sleeping. Or asleep. Alright then, it's hunting time. Alright, let's take them out. Let me see. Berserker. Is that the crab? Might be the crabs. Okay, so it's the boar. Thought it'd be the crabs. I hope they don't just go straight for a pin. That works. Alright, that was one invincible gone. Let's hope Abby kills this demonic boar. Oh yeah, definitely. Okay. See who we got. 3 of them? Yeah, 3 of them. 119 for that one in the center.
ガードを改め威勢がこってなイカ様なガードを改め威勢がこってな
Do this in case we don't kill them all, but I'm pretty sure we will. Yeah, we're just gonna go for it. We'll do this one first. Pent and then Abby.
我は禁断の部屋導く者なりふんぐるいふんぐるい御そじりしたそうかうがふなぐる二組万象見通す限定星海の館にてまどろむ天帝よ渾身の一筆を収め立ちまつるいざいざご剣のあれ9月36系神奈川異界グラスサビ
Okay. See if Pent takes 70,000. I don't think she's going to. Yeah, that was 23, 40, 50, maybe. Yeah, okay, she got him. So we're only going to have one demonic boar left.
イグナ・トゥフルトゥー君が我が手に白金の鍵あり虚無より現れその指先で触れたもう我が父なる神我その真髄を宿す慈しみとならバラの眠りを超えいざ究極の門へと至らんクリボーライゾーン
And thanks to that CE, Pent didn't take any damage. I always hope for that. It's always hard bringing a berserker because you don't have any of the right equipment. They usually just die really fast. Or anybody who can, like, protect them. Are you alright, Master? You're not too cold, are you? It's actually pretty warm in here. Seems you can make golems out of just about anything, huh, Avasbron? Stones, trees, metal. You could just use all kinds of stuff, can't you? You are correct for the most part. Well, there's no shortage of snow around here. Could you make a golem out of that? Snow golems, eh? Leaving aside that to use as a core... Oh, leaving aside what to use as a core... I imagine it would be rather difficult to accumulate and maintain the material. Although they would have an advantage in that they would be difficult to physically destroy, as they could always just reassemble themselves from all the snow around them. But no, it just wouldn't work. No matter how I run the numbers, the average core just would not be capable of accumulating sufficient quantities of snow. Using more valuable materials for the core would only result in golems that, while nigh impossible to destroy, are otherwise exceptionally weak. What do you think, Master? What if you froze them? True, this temperature is low enough to freeze almost anything instantly. The resulting golems would still have limited capabilities, but that would be a better trade-off, yes. You really do love golems, don't you, Avasbron? I almost said something else. Oh, I wouldn't say that. I simply dislike humans. I almost said goblins instead of golems. Huh? Say what? Oh, I don't mean that I despise them. My apologies. I should have chosen my words more carefully. I only meant that I find interacting with humans troublesome, and tend to avoid it as much as possible. Whew, excuse me. That is just the sort of person I am. Well, I can relate to that. So then, why are you okay talking like this? Since becoming a servant, I realize the error of my ways, at least in part. So I decided I should continue to talk to others, no matter how reluctant I may be to do so. Oh, if you find it unpleasant, we would be happy to keep quiet. No, that would not do. That would not do at all, Mash. While it is fair to say that I do not like humans, I do try to save them to the best of my ability. I did so in life, and I continue to do so in death. But I'm still not sure why, and that troubles me. Giants are supposed to be immortal. They must not be allowed to die. If they do, that will be my fault. Avisbron? Apologies. I didn't mean to lose my composure. At any rate, I feel as though I'm very close to a breakthrough. And if I'm to find it, I need to continue talking with all of you. So don't worry how I feel about it. I want us to continue to talk freely amongst ourselves. You know, I can't help thinking. Yes? You kind of just made it harder for us to talk freely. If you hadn't said that, this would be an issue. If you hadn't said that, this would be an issue now. That's true. You make an excellent point. Maybe so, but I'm glad you told us. I think it was very important that you did. Heroic spirits may exist to protect humanity, but that doesn't mean they all feel the same way about it. Some used to be human, some are descended from gods, some are never human at all. But whoever they used to be were all allies. Maybe, but we're not going to. But whoever they used to be, we're all allies now. True. This may sound impertinent, but the fact is that we are indeed allies now. We are our own community. Ah, that reminds me. Holmes, you around? Yes, I'm here. What is it? I'm just a mite curious about what's going on outside Russia right now. How's it looking out there? I'm afraid we are not in a position to find that out just yet. There is an enormous storm wall that surrounds all of Russia, you see. That said, the paper moon did show us what Earth currently looks like when we emerged here. It's become a smooth, perfectly round planet. Not a single sign of nature exists to be found, to say nothing of civilization. There may be some slight variations in elevation, but there are no mountains surpassing 1,000 meters that we have seen. The only things remaining on this now empty world are 7 abnormal regions, each of roughly the same scale as this version of Russia. I'm afraid that's all we know right now. Well, ain't that just perfect? Guess Russia ain't the only place that's changed more in a bit. My memories are still a blur, but there's one thing I know to a certainty. I'm damn sure the place I lived my life was a nice, easygoing world where there weren't no trouble that couldn't be solved with a bullet. Now then, before we continue on our way tomorrow, I believe we should stop at the nearby village and hand out the manifesto. I mean, we were asked to do that. Morning, everyone. Go away, servants. Leave now and don't come back. Oh? May I ask why? If you know that we are servants rather than humans, then why do you speak to us like that? I know that you servants are inhuman monsters. That's why I want you to go away. If that still isn't enough for you, then go ahead and kill me first. Are you that scared of Ivan the Terrible? You lot see our neighbor village on that map of yours? Yeah, I see it. Why do you ask? Go there, and you will see a sign of the Tsar's power. Then I'm sure you'll understand. So long as that reminder is there, we could never even dream of defying him. Well, that was certainly not the warmest of welcomes. Nonetheless, I am curious about the sign of the Tsar. I suggest we head there now, and see what we can learn from it. What do you think, Billy? Well, I suppose it's alright with me, but I gotta tell you, I got a real bad feeling about this. But sometimes you gotta just charge into the lion's den. I ain't too keen on sticking around this village any longer than we gotta. Let's get a move on. Just wanted a second opinion. What happened here? Did an earthquake hit here? Maybe a twister? So is this a city that got destroyed, that the Tsar accidentally used his power on? How terrible. What a horrible disaster this must have been. This is downright awful. What is it? We can't see anything on our end. Maybe the comms are acting up. Very well. I'll try to fix them. Oh, God. Are you trying to break our equipment, old man? Looking for an excuse to replace it or something? In case you somehow forgot, we can't just go buy a new one here. If you break it, I'll bring in a replacement from your quarters. You dare talk to your commander like that? Mash, use your demi-powers to give M the spanking of his life. Though I'm sure he would enjoy that. Weaken or not, you are still a servant, aren't you? Then get in there and shatter his coccyx. I'm sorry, Director, but I can't follow an order like that. How? Why would you ever even think to do something like that? Very well. If you would be so kind as to describe the scene for us, I should have no difficulty piecing together what happened. I ain't rightly sure, Holmes. Not a lot to describe. Can't say much more than the place has been just about completely obliterated. There are, of course, no survivors to be found. Does it appear to have been burned to the ground? What do you think, Billy? Don't look that way, no. No scorch marks on what's left of the houses or anything like that. Besides, I got a feeling fire don't take well to the conditions around here. Don't see much burning. True. Likely not the work of the Op, either. They would have no need to destroy these homes. Tell me, Miss Roman, is there anything that strikes you about this scene? Anything at all? Kind of reminds me... yeah. The great mid-air explosion said to be observable all the way from London. I believe that was caused by a comet or asteroid. You know, now you mention it, it does look like something crashed these homes from above. Or crushed these homes from above. But it still somehow wasn't enough, so we got a crater here. Wait. But it still somehow wasn't enough. So we got a crater. Okay, yeah, okay, I did read that right. Well, what are we dealing with here? Some kind of space rock or something else entirely? Whatever the case, this is the power we face by opposing Ivan the Terrible. The Yaga here all died instantly, without even a moment to be frightened. No wonder that other village was so terrified. It would seem there is little to be gained by handing out the manifesto here. Yeah, suppose we might as well just head straight for our destination then. Well, no time like the present. Let's go find out if this Mozart fella is the sort of monster we can beat, or the sort we can befriend. However the chips fall, my 6-shooter will help see us through. Should be the last part of chapter 13, right? Yeah. Let's go. Alright, he's an Avenger. God, and I don't have a moon cancer. Let's see if anybody's got one out here. Of course not. Why would anybody have a BB out? Oh, this is gonna suck. Let's see. Who do I want to bring? I mean, I could bring just about... oh, wait, maybe there's one in here. Nope. I don't know who I want to bring to deal with him. Maybe just a berserker? Looks like he's got his Bond 10. Yeah, so we'll bring you. Now I need casters. Obviously I'm gonna bring Nita Chris, and then we'll bring Cersei as well. I'm gonna just go ahead and give you your usual CE. No. Yeah. I'm gonna bring Pent back in here because, again, I like having Pent in there. Trying to get her up to bond 10. We'll give you your CE that you've been using. Raiko, I think we'll do the same for you. And that's what we're going to leave it as. Okay. Okay. It sucks not having a moon cancer. Definitely aiming for summer BB. Or if they have a rerun of the CCC event, then I'll do that too. It wouldn't hurt to have 2 moon cancers, right? Here we are. Roman, would you mind pulling your hood lower to hide your face? One cannot be too careful, after all. I'll just go ahead and use my spirit form then. It does seem lively here, despite the late hour. It would be much easier to acquire information if Pat were still here with us. But since he isn't, the best we can hope to do is eavesdrop. Wait just a moment, please. Oh, sure. May I ask why you're putting your hand up to the wall? Why, to eavesdrop, of course. So what, can he sense vibrations or something? I see he's got something on his palm. The Tsars. Long live the Tsar. The op killed. Not enough demonic beast leather. There's a monster. I've been hearing strange sounds lately. Speaking of sounds, the Tsar... Not joking. He said he saw an old-fashioned human with his own eyes. Ah, here we are. Said they were at the old church. You know, the one up north? If we beat them, we've still got a shot at winning. Don't be stupid. Even if that's true, we're talking about someone the op takes orders from. We can't possibly beat someone like that. Nothing good can come from defying the Tsar. Don't give me that crap now. I'm sick of the damn Tsar. He pawns everything off on the op, and when he goes out on his own, all he does is wipe another village or town off the map. And when he's not doing that, he doesn't even try to help us. We're the ones who built this city. The Tsar didn't do shit. Yeah, but so what? You know how strong the Tsar is. That's what it all comes down to in the end. We know that in our bones. There's not a single thing we can do in the face of such monstrous power. The only hope we've got is that he doesn't wake up. As long as he stays asleep, we can manage to get by. Damn the op. They're nothing but the Tsar's dogs. Do we have no choice but to kowtow to them? There we go. I just learned that a mysterious servant is supposedly staying at an old church. Is there anything you can't do? All I did was apply my golem spell in a different manner. In truth, the technique does not lend itself very well to finding specific information. It was simply good fortune that I happened to find what we sought. That alone demonstrates how many Yaga are talking about this. In any case, shall we pay this church a visit? Sounds like a plan. So this is the church. I don't detect any movement around there. Indeed, nor do I see anything out of place that a servant might have left behind. Same here. It just looks like an ordinary neglected church. What do you think, Holmes? I imagine a detective of your caliber may find something we cannot. Well, it's a bit difficult to get a clear picture over the monitor, but yes, I do see signs that a servant was here. It seems the servant in question used this church as a base of operations. I believe this place served a similar function to a caster's workshop. He must have felt very much at home. Well, ain't that something? You really are a great detective. That was my analysis at work, thank you very much. All Holmes did was look at the summary. Come on, Holmes, you're better than that. Drat, I've been found out. I suppose I got a bit carried away. I'm afraid I've been under a great deal of stress lately, since I haven't been able to make many biting deductions. I do apologize. It's fine. That's rich coming from you, Detective Happy-Go-Lucky. As if you've ever had a stressful day in your life. You wound me, Gordolf. There are some mysteries that simply cannot be solved. That alone is a great source of stress for me. Very well then. If the servant is staying here, why don't we wait for him to return? I agree with Avisbron, Master. It must have been exhausting, coming all this way in only 2 days. This seems like a good opportunity to rest up, and I urge you to take it. These benches may not make for the most comfortable of beds, but I suspect they will be considerably better than simply sitting down. Alright, I'll get some sleep. Of course, Master. I'll wake you up if anything happens. You better. No way. You really have no idea? Never mind their magecraft alignments. You don't even know their names? You're kidding. I didn't know you were so cold-hearted, Roman. In that case, you really can't blame them if they wake up pissed off at you, can you? After all, you stole everything from them. Their jobs, their purpose, even their place at Chaldea. Come now. You really don't know? All the miracles you performed are about to be destroyed at the hands of the very paragon of mediocrity. Stir. Master? Are you alright, Master? You look like you were having a nightmare. I'm fine. It's nothing. Thank goodness. For a moment I was afraid one of your dreams had taken you to another world again. Has that really happened before? Yeah. Multiple times, from what I understand. Yes, several times. At any rate, Avisbron. I know. He's here. Well then, time to answer that age-old question. To pull the trigger or not to pull the trigger? Is it the servant? Yes, it is. The servant we believe to be Amadeus is standing in front of the church. He appears to be keeping his magical energy restrained. But he's also not moving from his position. Guess he's calling us out. What will you do, Master? Let's go out and try talking to him first. Let's do this thing. Well, let's try talking first. I know it's not going to do any good, but, you know. Understood. Watch out! Above you! Whoa there! Well, that was a rather rude way to introduce oneself. Is that Amadeus? Well, well, here I am, waiting for more filthy rebel soldiers to show up, and who should I meet but the Chaldeans? There is no place for you in this Lost Belt, Chaldeans. Your only escape now is death at my hands. What do you think? Lost Belt. Is that what he just said? Ha, that's it! And if this land's textures have been overwritten, that would make this a belt. Ah, this is the final piece of the puzzle. I think that's supposed to be the puzzle. I needed to complete my hypothesis. Woo-wee! I tried my best. Look at you all dudded up. That's some kind of suit, or would you call it armor? You telling me that's Amadeus? I can't get a good reading on his spirit origin. He could be Amadeus, but he could also be someone else. Regardless of who he is, the spirits seem to agree on one thing. He is very much a harbinger of death. God's love is nowhere to be found here. There is only the hunt. As I am no longer human, I shall grant you the gift of death. Are you really Amadeus? Silence! Silence, silence, silence! My name is Amadeus. It must be, or else God will never forgive me. So that's a no. You're basically just using the name. I mean, we know that, but still. Stretch. Alright, we got ghosts. Ghost.
任せろ。アマゾンとアラバ。苦しみなさい。いいかも。違いますね。付け物。
We need more Hercules arts cards. Alright, a quick card might work too. Maybe. Yeah, I did okay. I don't think she'll be able to turn him into a pig, but it doesn't hurt to try, right? See, is he going to have any spirits with him, or is it just going to be him? Alright, so he's got... Ooh. He's got 10 spirits with him. Do some evade here. Gonna get rid of these two right now. Let's bring it up to 200. It's not really needed, but I like doing it anyway. Critical rate down. Alright, we got some good Hercules attacks here. Let's do this. Let's go, Herc. Alright, so he killed them. Do I have anything to get rid of enemy buffs? Doesn't look like it. It's all removed buffs. We're going to apply this right now. Oh, did they not account it because of my Yeah, they did. I think so. Oh well. Alright, we're gonna try turning him into a pig.
甘い時を過ごそうじゃないか。
I don't know if it'll work. Like I said, I don't think she'll be able to because he's a servant and it hardly ever works on bosses. At least most of the ones I've tried it on. But I'm hoping. Please, please. Yep, there we go.
我が魂に痛みなぞ。
There we go. 165. Keeps raising his defense. I'm going to apply guts to you. Do this just so I can get some NP gain for Nitocris.
我が式に踊れ神男。
Just keeps raising his defense. Okay, if that's the case, I'm going to try to get rid of these two ghosts so that it doesn't increase his defense anymore.
可愛い仕方ありません。
Let's do that. Hopefully get her to a place where I can use my NP boost to get him his Noble Phantasm.
安風ねぶた受精。
我が魂に痛みなぞ。
苦しみなさい。
我が式に踊れ神男。
手を持たで。
Okay. See if I could turn you into a pig. That'll give me at least one more turn without him using his Noble Phantasm.
待たせたね。私の愛しいピグレットたち。宴を張ろう。共演を開き、客人をもてなそう。さあ、暴れのみ、頓食せよ。メタボピグレッツ。
我が魂に痛みなぞ。
I don't know how much damage it's going to do since he's got so much defense. Jesus, okay. There we go. I think we got him. Nice. Good job, Herc. God, nobody got a bond level up yet. How close is Raiko? It looks like it's just about ready to move over. Hey, don't take this the wrong way, but what is it? Did you really kill him? I mean, I'm sure you didn't kill him directly. But come on, you know, there's all sorts of indirect ways to kill someone, right? You think I killed him? Don't be stupid. Right, of course. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. No, I really mean it. Don't be stupid. Of course I killed him. Yes, I killed Amadeus myself. I am the one who requested the Requiem in D minor. It was I. I am the reason the great prodigy is dead. Preposterous. How fortunate I would be if only that were true. I couldn't kill him. I just couldn't. Not because we were good friends, or even acquaintances, but because I couldn't bring myself to snuff out the life of one with such God-given talent. That is who Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart was. And yet, the world, myself included, cannot but seek someone to blame for the death of one such as he. So we told ourselves that some fool must have driven him to the depths of hell, all because they envied his divine symphonies. And also that we could avoid facing the most hellish truth ourselves, that even a composer of his incredible talent could die as easily as anyone else. That is how I was remade. Yes, remade. But that's okay. That's how it should be. I loved him. I envied him. I yearned for him. I respected him, admired him, looked up to him. So, to bear the honor of being the one to kill that great prodigy, I could ask no greater gift of God. Still, that said, I feel like he once told me something. Something much more important. Please, just listen to me. There's nothing for us to discuss. Gotcha, you masked bastard. God damn it. There goes his helmet. It's not him. That's not Amadeus at all. He doesn't look anything like him, and his spirit origin is different. Not even being an altar could explain this much difference. Who are you, really? I'm not Amadeus. Damn it, I'm not Amadeus. Miss Roman, look out! It's an ambush! You guys must be working with old-fashioned radar. That explains why it was so easy to sneak up on you. Huh? That voice. Stand by, Op. This is the one I've been waiting for. Looks like the court musician isn't doing so hot. Well, that's okay. I wasn't going to need him much longer anyway. Goodbye, Salieri. Salieri? So that was Antonio Salieri? Caddock, is that you? Mash Kyriolite. Oh, you're not. Oh, you're just on comms. Now then. I know it's kind of cliched, but some things just gotta be said, you know? We meet at last, last master of humanity. My name's Caddock Zemlippus. I'm the crypter in charge of this lost belt. St. Chords. Okay, I guess I'll do this last one, and then I'm gonna have to call it. Gotta get up kind of early tomorrow. Boom. Okay, casters. I think I'll use Avis Braun this time. I don't use him too often, so why not? Guess we're gonna get some information here. Alright. Caddock. Where have I heard that name before? If I may, Senpai. Caddock Zemlippus is a member of Team A. He possesses an exemplary aptitude for ray shifting, and I believe... Don't bother. I don't care if she remembers me or not. Besides, Wodheim already told you who we are. I'm one of the 7 cryptors, and we help bring about the end of the world. That should be enough for you. Wait, please! Then, does that mean that you and Kiers and everyone else on Team A are really... You sure talk a lot more now, don't you? Back then, you just parroted whatever anyone told you. But that doesn't matter. Stay out of this, Kyrielite. You were nothing more than a tool to us, a device we planned to bring along to help us summon servants after we'd race shifted. We never cared about your opinions. You were just supposed to keep your mouth shut and help us out however we needed. So don't bother worrying about infringing on our rights, or what we're like as people. We never bothered to do that for you, after all. That's not... No, that doesn't matter anymore. Now you're an enemy of Chaldea, aren't you, Katic? That's right. I'm glad you're not a complete idiot. That saves a lot of time. We've already made our declaration of war. Our goal is to grow our lost belts and bring about an end to proper human history. I guess we've already pretty much taken care of that last bit. Lost belt? Is that what the singularity is called? No, a singularity is just a single point in time. This is a belt. The point when everything changed in this world happened long ago, and now it has its own history. It sucks there's no more rock music anymore, but the demonic beast howls can get pretty close. Why would you do this? I don't have to tell you shit, but I guess we can talk a bit before I kill you. Tell me, Roman, why didn't you die instead of us? Huh? Not sure how to respond to that. I guess it is a lot to ask. We all know what you achieved. Gotta admit, it frickin' sucked to have that be one of the first things we heard about after we woke up. And now that we know, I could say this with total certainty. If it had been me, or even better, anyone else on Team A, especially Wodheim, I bet there'd have been way fewer dead, and we wouldn't have taken a whole damn year either. I just happen to be the only master left. Exactly. You just happened to be there, so you just happened to get chosen. And thanks to that, a ton of people died in the incineration of humanity. Congratulations, you racked up the highest casualty count imaginable. That's enough, Katic. Remember, I'm Roman's servant now. I'm not about to let you insult my master, no matter what the circumstances. You can't fool me, Kyrielite. Don't tell me the thought never crossed your mind. Everyone on Team A was chosen for a reason. Wodheim, Ophelia, Pepe, David. Any one of them would have done a better job than Roman there, and you know it. You may be right, but there's no point in thinking about that now. The fact is, none of you were there. We all did the best we could under the circumstances. We didn't have time to even consider hypotheticals during the year it took us for the restoration of humanity. But I could tell you there is one thing I'm certain of after what you've said, Katic. Oh, and what's that? I would never have lived to see how things turned out if anyone from Team A had been the one to handle it. If it wasn't for Master Roman, I wouldn't even be here right now. Well, I guess you've got me there. Any one of us would have probably abandoned you without a second thought at some point. So if you're in charge of Russia, Katic, I take it the others are all in charge of these other lost belts. That's right. Not that knowing that's going to do you much good. Why would you destroy the world? We're not destroying the world. All we're destroying is proper human history. Then again, we're all going to pit our lost belts against each other too, so I guess those will be going away as well. By the way, who are those servants you've got with you? I do not feel any particular obligation to divulge my identity to a spoiled child of an enemy such as you. Same here. Not that I expect I'm fooling anyone. Well, whatever. It never hurts to be cautious, but I'll be getting rid of you all anyway. Op, kill them. Master, the Op are about to attack. Please prepare for battle. Let's do this, you two. You got it. And I brought Avasbraun with me, so... Alright. Okay, so just
目
3.
前の敵をなぎ払おう。駆動準備。
任せろ。いいとも。痛いのが好きかい？
Alright,
了解した。いいだろう。行け。削り取れ。
raising their critical.
あ、了解した。
仕方ありませんね。
行け。
苦しみなさい。
Doing it again. Guess it's only good for one use. Let's see this. Not at that point yet. I'm hoping we can take out at least the one in the front. Okay, should be possible. Maybe? Yep, good. Got 2 more battles, including this one. 4466. Okay. Either it'll cause death or it'll just kill them. Either way, they're dead. Well, it caused death to one of them. Last battle. Okay.
理解した。
動け、ゴーレム。動け、ゴーレム。
Wait, he only attacks one, right? No, all enemies. Okay. We'll do it like that. I'll let Nidochris do the cleanup work. And like I said, I like turning people into pigs. Which is why Cersei is first. Did he kill them all? Nope. But that's what Nidochris is for.
扉 扉となり恐怖の矛暗空ねぶた呪前
Oh, looks like we're having bacon today. Ah, too bad.
よしよしご褒美をあげようピグレット
Oh, hey, nice. Still need to complete one more master quest. I believe it's gems for like sabers and lancers and something like that. I think. Alright. Finish this last one. Alright, a caster. Are we going to be fighting Anastasia? So that means I'm going to want a rider. Maybe I should bring my own rider. Bring another caster here. Bring this Merlin with us. Fortunately, I'm gonna have to take you out, Cersei. Bring you. Switch you out with Cersei because I'm still trying to get her at bond level 10. Let's go. My. Looks like I'll have to make another one. A Kabbalist. Are you Solomon Gabriel, aka Avisbron, the Golem Master? I suppose using so many golems does make it obvious, even with the mask. You are indeed correct. I don't even need to bother asking about you. Well, I can't tell if you're Billy the Kid or Buffalo Bill, but that really doesn't much matter. The hell it doesn't! I'm Billy! Ain't gonna tolerate being confused for no prairie lover. Anyway, this works out nicely. You've got your servants, and I've got mine. Let's find out which of them is stronger. Caster! Oh no. Was it worth coming out all this way then, Master? I hate letting wild cards run around, so yeah, I feel a lot better now. That's the woman who destroyed Chaldea. Then she was a servant who hails from this version of Russia. I knew it. Avisbron seems like he would be rather useful. So what? You want me to change out your contract? I mean, I could do that, but... Alright, it might not be the easiest fight for you, but I'm sure you can pull this off. Oh yes, that much is certain. Bow down before the glory of the Tsar, fiends of proper human history. My name is Anastasia. I am the daughter of this land's undying dynasty, now and forevermore. I knew it! You're Grand Duchess Anastasia of the Romanov dynasty. But how is that possible? You're a tragic figure, not a valiant one. Nothing you did should have let you become a heroic spirit. Yes, you're right. I have no barbaric tales of heroism to my name, nor any stories of royalty gone mad. But I do have my Vi. I am a servant of this lost belt, and as such I shall eliminate you all. Come, Vi, let's kill them together. Hear my command and obey. You are to become sculptures of snow and ice, writhing in agony in this world of permafrost for all eternity. Yeah, I don't like the sound of that, so we're just not going to do that, okay?
私の出番
Okay.
かな。いや、こいつは手強そうだ。
All right. I don't like having Quets face off against these op.
我が身はホルスなりしファラオなる
So we're gonna hope that this
我
kills
が身
them.
はホルスなりしファラオなる気が合いますね
Normally I would just let it go naturally, but
暗黒の
I don't want to risk losing Quetzalcoatl super early.
扉となり恐怖のここ暗空ねぶた主戦
Alright, well we got rid of 2 of them.
そうだ。
苦しみなさい お望みとあらばマスタ
そうだ。
ー反人類史の時
412, huh?
私に勝てるとでも
Well, we'll do our best.
加速しろ。
Alright, so he's got his command spells as well, huh? What did he give her? Is that attack? Accelerated course. Increase charge by 2 each turn. Okay. So, what, 2 turns basically? Kind of glad I brought Merlin because he's got invincible, but that'll only
苦しみなさい
that'll work like every other turn or every other one.
お願い停止
お任せ。夢のいいもの。なーに、何事もやればできるさ。
So let's see, we'll use
王
you
の話を
there,
熱い展開ですもっと見ていて
and there we go.
マス
Ah, I should have used her other one too. That raises her buster.
物の中
I didn't think about it till just now.
君たちの物語は祝福に満ちている。罪なき者のに通るがいい。ガーデン・オブ・アバロン。
Too busy trying to take her out as quickly as I can.
あなたには高さが足りません私は蛇私は炎シルク・アンドル・チャネアード
Only took about 100, but hey.
楽しみましょう
Whoa.
展開しろ。
停止停止
Okay, what else did you give her? Attack up, debuff, resist. Okay. So you got one more turn before she uses it. Hmm. I'm gonna apply guts here.
いいわお姉さん頑張って
We're gonna do this.
最悪には死
Let's see.
あんまり見ていたマスターあなたには高さ
By the time I play tomorrow, she'll have her. I'll have my other
私は炎
command spell. So
シルク・アンドル・チャネアード
there we go. 107.
あれ
Raiko is so close. Quetz is pretty close, and so is Pent. I already got Nitocris at max. Vi. Let your gaze unfurl even more. Let your wicked eye expose the truth behind all things. Mystic eyes. So that demonic beast is what's been turning my golems to dust in an instant. How rude. Vi is no demonic beast. He's my most trusted elemental. He has been an ally of to the Romanov dynasty for generations. That doesn't make him any less of a monster. I suppose I was a bit late coming up with an anti-Mystic Eye strategy. Anastasia, look out! Salieri's woken up. Cursed dogs of the Tsar. Vi! Behold my noble phantasm. Our Lord in heaven, have pity on me. Dio Santissimo... yeah, all that too. This is... He doesn't care who he hits. Can't believe that was the first thing he pulled after getting his memories back. What a whack job. Still, looks like that was all he had. Oh my, you certainly startled me. I must be the only member of the Romanov dynasty who's ever been attacked from above by the court musician. Not that it matters now. You... How dare you brainwash me? Twist me into doing your dirty work. You're nuts. I didn't twist you into anything. All I did was put you to work in an effective way. Anyway, I can't have you running around on your own anymore, no matter how weak you might be. Anastasia, crush his legs. Got you. Golems, activate. Mine hand is a spear of azure ice. Chest Sephiroth, I guess. Oh! He made an ice golem. Did he just turn... Oh, he did a snow golem. Okay. Anastasia! Since when do masters go around shielding their servants? It's no big deal. I just did it because I thought I could. And I was right. Neither of us is hurt, are we? Kadak. Very well then. I believe that is our cue to escape. Urgh. I trust we will be taking him with us. Of course. I see. So this is what it means for one's master to rub off on you. I will have to bear this in mind for future reference. Grab him. Follow them. Understood. Would it be any consolation if I said we at least avoided the worst possible outcome? I suppose. It would have been best if we could have crushed them here, but we didn't have the priest or enough op to make it happen. If we could take them all together, so much the better. Besides, thanks to you, I got an idea. What is it? If it works, it might be just what we need to bring down the big mountain all at once. I see. I thought a plan would take a little longer to come to fruition. It all depends on how well we negotiate. If I could offer him something he wants, he's bound to give in. That's the sort of servant he is. Alright then, let's start spreading the Tsar's glory to this part of the frontier. Op, this place was harboring traitorous rebels. I take it you know what to do? Yes, everything shall burn, everyone shall die. That's right. You're all to crush this town with your own hands. That must have been what they were like back when they were alive, too. Just like the ones who killed me. Keep that to yourself, Anastasia, or you'll end up disrespecting the Tsar. Master, don't you preach to me about disrespect. Right. Sorry about that. Anyway, they should be done at the palace at this point. That's true. We should hurry back then. The Tsar must be looking for me by now. even if he still hasn't fully awakened. Okay, so maybe depending on how long 15 is, I might do that one too. If it's like 4 or so, then yeah, I'm not gonna do it tonight. Okay, it's only 1. We could do that. But first I got to use some of these. Since we're only gonna do 15, I'm not gonna use anything else. Guest servant, huh? Might be Salieri. I'll use him anyway, whatever. So a caster, and I need a saber. Bring you along. Okay. Grand Duchess Anastasia. So we're going to learn more about her? Looks like it. It was, I remember, such a beautiful, peaceful day. The flowers that bloomed here were so beautiful, so strong. Look at this. This must be the hardiest flowers in the world. Then you too are a flower blooming strong here in the confines of the palace. That's what I wanted to say. Maybe I actually did. Or maybe I was never able to summon up the courage. Either way, I grieved for the flowers. And yet now I can no longer even remember what they look like. Why do you look so sad? I feel like I'm having a bad dream. Why would I feel this way, when everything I see is so beautiful? You must be tired. Come, lay your head on my lap and rest. It is the least I could do for you, my beloved Tsar, my beloved husband. Dad, why do Yaga have to be strong? Well, the way I see it, we Yaga made a mistake. A mistake? We mistook how the world works, or maybe how we chose it. Whatever it was, we made a mistake, and the world left us behind. Still, while we may have made a mistake, that doesn't mean we were in the wrong. We're still here, we're still alive, so as long as that's the case, we'll keep on fighting until the world ends once and for all. Okay. I still remember that conversation. This world is always beset by blizzards. It's rare that we ever see the sun's light directly. It's not just in my head. Surviving here really does take a lot out of you. I think I get what my old man meant now. No matter how hard it gets, we will keep on surviving until there's no more world left to us. There's the tree. So this is the capital, Yaga Moscow. Goodness, I can't believe he defied the Tsar. Worthless Yaga. Hell's too good for him. Damn it. Move. Shut up. Did that Yaga do something bad? He's an incorrigible Yaga who forgot the debt of gratitude we owe to the Tsar. Now he's suffering the consequences for incurring the Tsar's wrath, and rightly so. Make sure you don't ever end up like him. I don't know what he was thinking, defying the strongest being in existence. We all need to stick together if we're going to survive this world. Stick together, he says. What a laugh. It's so funny it makes me want to scream. All we do is abandon our weak. We cut them out like cricket entrails. In consequence, our numbers are always dwindling. That's who we Yaga are. We just keep dying and killing. We live without hope. We're just waiting for our inevitable doom, without even trying to fight back against it. You must be the first rebel to ever make it this far, Pat. By the way, there's still something I don't quite understand. After your rebel friends retreated, why did you continue to wander around the town alone? Surely you weren't just bringing up the rear. Shut up. Very well then, let's change the subject. Would you mind telling me where the rebel army base is located? It could be our little secret. I'm afraid I've been so concerned about it that it's been keeping me up at night, just like Haddock. If you could help me with my insomnia, you have my word that I will let you go in return. You really think I'd ever tell you that? What's so funny? What's with the creepy laugh? Easy, young Pat. Relax. I know you're just an ordinary Yaga. As I said before, I always know that even ordinary Yaga are highly resilient creatures. Physically, that is. Conversely, they are mentally fragile and quite easily broken, especially in the face of someone stronger than they are. Perhaps it's their bestial instincts at work. Who could say? What are you talking about? What are you getting at, you evil bastard? Oh, that should be clear. That should become clear shortly. This will be a test of sorts for myself as well as for you. What is this place? It would seem to be a village that the Op razed to the ground. Unfortunately, none survived. Though it pains me to say this, I believe we should set up camp here. We need to take advantage of everything we can, after all. How could you lose so miserably? You had 2 servants till there were 1. Sure did. Mighty sorry about that. I have no excuse. We've still got plenty of fight left. Ha! If that pathetic display was the best you could do, you'll just get your asses handed to you again. Care to repeat that for me, fella? It's true. Deep down you know I'm right. Well, I believe what Gordolf is trying to say is that servant is a fearsome opponent. As such, you could use all the help you can get. So why not have Antonio Salieri there join our side? Who are you lot? We're the Chaldea Security Organization. We came here from a place outside of Russia. Though I'm afraid we've lost the building that used to be our headquarters. At any rate, the person there with you is Roman, Chaldea's last remaining master. There's also... I'm Evisbron. I take it you are the Salieri? Perhaps not quite in the way you imply, but yes, I will admit to being that Salieri. What do you mean? The name Salieri is synonymous with one thing. Wasn't Amadeus, no need to dance around it. You have heard I am responsible for Amadeus's death, have you not? I am the embodiment of that reputation. Give me a moment while I remove this mystic code. Mystic code? Whew. This is who I truly am. Take a look at my servant power for yourselves. Oh. You're quite weak. I didn't think there were any other servants in this world with lower stats than Shakespeare or myself. It would seem you have given Anderson a good run for his money. Of course. I'm just an ordinary composer. I never wrote any symphonies that left a mark on history. At best, I am a mediocrity of a man. But no matter. The sole reason I exist on the throne of heroes at all is because I am said to have killed Amadeus. Whether or not I actually did kill him is completely irrelevant. People were convinced that I did, and so here I am. Then one might say you are affected by the innocent monster skill. I believe so. True, Salieri was indeed suspected of killing Amadeus, even when he was still alive. Right, they even made a movie about it. Okay, so why were you on Ivan the Terrible's side then? I would like to know that as well. Are you originally a servant from this Lost Belt? I believe the crypter, that boy, Kadok, called this place a Lost Belt. So you know of that name. First, let me answer your question with one of my own. Tell me, humans of Chaldea, what do you know about the Lost Belts? Well, only that they're abnormal zones that somewhat resemble singularities. If you don't mind, Miss Kyrielite, I'll field that one. First, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Mr. Salieri. I'm Sherlock Holmes, Chaldea's administrative advisor. I became a servant through unusual means, just like you. We have been investigating this peculiar version of Russia where history is so unlike our own. I have a number of hypotheses, but had been unable to find a critical element to tie everything together. Until you first mentioned that word, LostBelt, a chronological table detailing an alternate path taken by human history, an unbreakable strip that continues on strip that continues onward to the present day, rather than occupying a single point in time. No wonder it isn't like a singularity. A singularity is one point in time where history as it should be went awry, after all. That is not the case here in Russia. In this world, everything is as it should be. Nothing has gone awry. It has history quite separate from our own proper human history, even though it is not a world gone completely mad like the singularities. No doubt the branching point was the Great Cold Wave that struck 450 years ago when Earth was thrown into a new ice age. And Russia, as we see it now, is the product of history moving forward from that point. So, you're saying this is an ongoing deviation from human history? Is that anything like a parallel world? Nope, it's not that. These Lost Belts are something altogether different. If we assume that parallel worlds exist, then their civilization and lifestyle should also be fundamentally the same. By definition, they're closely tied to a well-defined base world. In other words, the base world and its parallel worlds are all following the same course. But let's say there is a world where history diverges radically, going completely off the rails. Say at one point, something changes irrevocably. It could be a huge natural disaster or a major technological breakthrough. And the world that's gone off the rails is effectively erased from this universe, deemed to be something that doesn't belong. Once that happens, its destruction is all but assured, no matter how developed it might be. Its evolution just ends. For better or worse, this universe just isn't willing to tolerate worlds whose future prospects are plain to see. You know how you prune unnecessary branches when you're trying to grow a tree? Same thing here. If a world, even a utopia, strays too far from its base axis, it gets the clippers, so to speak. In the Magecraft world, it's called the pruning theoretical phenomenon. And it's what allows our universe to keep expanding unimpeded. That's the Mages Association stance, anyway. The pruning theoretical phenomenon. Then Russia didn't end up as a frozen wasteland because of a plot, like what happened with the King of Mages. Correct. Its climate has always been like this, and it is in that fact that every climate that led to the changes in human history. Or, wait. Oops. Oh well. This is a world where history continued on past the 100-year marker, long after it would ordinarily have been pruned away. In essence, this history lost proper human history, but now it has appeared in our own world. Right. It looks like strong alternative histories, or Lost Belts, which we know almost nothing about, are being wielded as weapons to invade and destroy proper human history. The incineration of humanity was an attack on human history orchestrated by Goetia, a singular entity. But now, these Lost Belts are attacking the very world itself. If I were to give this a name, I think I might call it the felling theoretical phenomenon. Yeah, I think I like the sound of that. Let's go with it. History that lost to other history? Are you serious? Then what you're telling us... So what you're telling us, this Russia is going to become the de facto way of life for the entire planet? If it continues on this path, yes. But of course, we won't let it come to that. Now then, that went on quite a bit longer than I had anticipated, but that is our current theory. Tell me, Mr. Salieri, are we more or less on the mark? Yes, you're spot on. I'm impressed you managed to arrive to that conclusion without being from a Lost Belt yourselves. There is nothing more I can tell you beyond what you've figured out. Now that you have the facts, what you do with them is up to you. As for your original question, you wish to know if I originate from this Lost Belt, and whether I serve that cryptor. My answer, of course, is no. This Russia has not known music for some time. My story is the same as that gunslinger's. I am a rogue servant, summoned by the death throes of this land's true form before the Lost Belt overrode it. My memories of proper human history are now vague, and have been conflated with my memories of this Lost Belt. I cannot say if it was that master or that priest, but one of them did something to my head. Even as we speak, I remain unsure if I am on the right side. We will simply have to trust that you are. If nothing else, we know you are not a Yaga. Yes, that's true. That is very true. Above all, this world is utterly devoid of music. It seems I have no choice but to join your side. Thank you. We are grateful for your assistance. To begin, we could use any information you have. What can you tell us about the servants in Yaga Moscow? I am the court magician, nothing less and nothing more. I had no contact with the outside world. The only one who ever spoke to me was Metropolitan Macarius. Metropolitan Macarius. That was the only man Ivan the Terrible looked up to as a mentor. Is he a Yaga too? No, he's a servant. He does look human, but I doubt he is the same man. He's probably Japanese, and a Suedo servant. A Japanese priest, and a Suedo servant? That must be Father Koromine. I don't know anything about any others. The only people I've met are the Op and that master and servant pair we just fought earlier. I see. Well, that's disappointing. Very well then. What do you know about that endless storm wall, or perhaps the Tree of Emptiness? I know nothing about either. Although, I did hear Metropolitan Macarius say that that tree is the cornerstone of this Lost Belt. He also said that without the Tree of Emptiness, it would be impossible to mount an attack on reality. So then, that tree really is the cause of all this. That would definitely seem to make the most sense. For one thing, it's smack dab in the middle of this Lost Belt. And for another, it's a foreign entity that's not even showing up on the Paper Moon's compass. This is the same Paper Moon that's been observing this Lost Belt Russia as an ordinary part of the Earth's topography, and the only thing it can figure out to do with that tree is excluded. So for the moment, it would seem safe to assume that that tree is the source of this felling theoretical phenomenon. Then if we do something about that tree, Russia will return to the way it was? Easier said than done. The Tree of Emptiness lies with the Tsar himself. To reach it, you'll have to face him. I see. Then it seems we'll have to do just that at some point. What about the Op? How many of them are stationed in the capital? No less than a small army. A small army? Just like what we saw in Antarctica. That's going to be quite the obstacle. This is no laughing matter, Holmes. I fail to see what you find so funny. It's kind of funny to me how Gordolf would, in my opinion, look like Watson. So it's... I don't know. To me, he kind of looks like a Watson. Is that Mystic Code you were wearing an Innocent Monster too? Oh. That's right. I am the Gray Man, the one who drove Mozart to his death. Salieri is no more than an avatar I wear, so to speak, out of convenience. I have one last question. What do you think of this Lost Belt? I think it needs to be fixed. Isn't that what you people are attempting to do? Yes, that is certainly one of our goals. Roman, was it? I can see you are the conductor of this little orchestra. Are you mad? I'm the commander around here. She's nothing more than an occasionally useful trombone. I suppose that would make me the violin. Da Vinci, how do you feel about being the flute? Good grief, you all certainly do love your digressions, don't you? You remind me of Amadeus and his unshakable high spirits. Roman, I would like to speak with Sherlock Holmes. Alone, if possible. So you just want me to excuse myself for a bit? You sure? Holmes can go on for days, you know. My apologies. I hope this won't take too long. Mighty curious to know what that Salieri fellow wants to talk to Holmes about. This Lost Belt, maybe. Now, that would be my guess. Salieri has been here longer than any of us. I expect he has his own sense of things. Thank you for your patience. Allow me to come to the point. I have decided to join you, though conditionally. You may employ my power however you see fit. Should I ask what the condition is, or the... Let's do a heads or tails thing here. Tails. Okay, so what's the condition? Simple. Should we encounter Amadeus, you will let me focus on him first and foremost. Wait, what? Does that mean you're going to kill him? Of course. I am the man in gray, the innocent monster known as Salieri. If we were to meet, I would have no choice but to kill him. I can't accept that. If Amadeus has been summoned here, he's sure to be a servant from proper human history. If I had been summoned as an anti-hero, so tortured by malice that I was constantly writhing in agony, I would be so at odds with all of you that we would not even be able to have this conversation. I admit that earlier I was so overcome by a berserker-like madness that I simply went around mercilessly slaughtering any Yaga I encountered. But now, I have regained my senses and my sanity alike. Even picturing Amadeus' smug, pear-shaped face does little more than make my skin crawl. In other words, I see. Like master, like servant. That means the Amadeus who is here is evil now. I suppose it is the fate of every servant to be influenced by their master's personality. That is why I will kill Amadeus. I must kill him. It is my destiny, my fate. What if Amadeus turns out to be on our side? If he is, then I will become your enemy once more. My purpose in life is to kill Amadeus. That will never change. Now then, that's enough chit-chat. We are returning to the Rebel Army stronghold tomorrow, are we not? You should rest up while you can, Master. Now, if you will excuse me. So, Amadeus is our enemy now? I know we fought former allies before, like Kukulain, but it never gets any easier. I wouldn't worry about it if I were you. This friend-turned-enemy servant would be unaware of his betrayal. Take the heroes of myth. They have always been much more willing to accept shifting allegiances among both their friends and foes. It was their belief that they would all meet again in Eden, so they had no difficulty taking it in their stride when friend became foe, or vice versa. Above all, there is nothing you could do now that would undo the encouragement he once offered you. Rest assured that he spoke truly, sincerely, and from the heart. Well, that's a good point. Thank you, Avisbron. Can I call you Professor from now on? Please don't. That would be rather painful for me. Painful? I have no right to be anyone's teacher. I've long since abandoned any qualifications I may have had. Moving on, we need to discuss Cadoc's servant. I believe she is to him what Miss Kyrielite is to Roman, his personal, exclusive servant. Yes. She is also, of course, the monster who encased all of Chaldea in solid ice. Right. I remember Cadoc called her by her true name at one point. Anastasia. Where have I heard that name before? There are two famous figures by that name. One was Ivan the Terrible's Tsaritsa and first wife Anastasia Romanovna. Yeah, and that too. Who supported his reign from the shadows all her life. The other was a descendant of the Romanov dynasty, Anastasia Nikolaevna Romanova, a young girl whose passing was mourned by all in the tsardom. So which Anastasia are we dealing with here? I'm afraid there need be no suspense about this. She is unquestionably the Romanov descendant. How can you be so sure? Since Ivan the Terrible's here, couldn't she be his Tsaritsa? I've looked into Tsaritsa Anastasia's history, and she is clearly not the type to relish the spotlight. She became Tsaritsa at the age of 17, and passed away only 13 years later. Man, so she was only 30. Ivan the Terrible took several more wives following her death, but he never opened up to anyone else. Generally speaking, one would indeed expect to find her with him, but it is highly improbable that she would be summoned as a servant. Of course, she could still have been an inhabitant of this world, just like Ivan the Terrible, which would have made her summoning possible. But given that she is human in appearance, that seems altogether improbable as well. So then she's the Romanov dynasty one? That would mean she's the other Anastasia. That means she's the other Anastasia then. Precisely. Anastasia Nikolaevna Romanova. I did my best. She is the Grand Duchess of Ice, a young girl who bore the brunt of Russia's darkness. Now then, allow me to share an abridged version of Anastasia's background, and some of the secrets I managed to dig out from Chaldea's library. Chaldea's library? Wasn't that destroyed in the attack? I anticipated certain emergencies may arise eventually, so I took the liberty of collecting as much useful data from it as I could. Anastasia Nikolavna Romanova. She is the fourth daughter of the last Romanovs ever to hold the tsardom, Nikolai II and his wife Alexandra. In the years before her death, famine plagued all of Russia as a result of the ongoing First World War. In 1917, frustrations reached a breaking point. Efforts to quell the protests left some people dead. Some of Russia's soldiers banded together to revolt against the tsardom. Moscow declared martial law in response, but by then the imperial guards had chosen to side with the rebels. After a tremendous uproar, the Tsar abdicated. The Romanov imperial family fell into disarray, and were essentially confined to house arrest. The historical records describe Nikolai as a good husband and father, but in light of these events, it would seem he was ill-equipped to handle the threat to his reign. Alternatively, he may have been perfectly well-equipped, but the times may have simply been too dire for anyone in his position to overcome. In the wake of these events, Russia would end up split into several different factions, eventually uniting as a single nation known as the Soviet Union, but that bit of history can wait for another time. For the moment, let us focus our attention on Nikolai II's family. Having been confined to their home, their lavish lifestyle evaporated practically overnight, and they were seldom heard from again. Although records do say that they continued to employ servants and cooks. At any rate, the situation grew more dire the following year, in April of 1918. The new Leninist administration feared that the Czechoslovak Legion, or White Army, would try to reinstate the Tsar's family by force, and decided to have them executed. Ideally, they would have preferred to do so following a trial, in order to create an official record. But the threat the Tsar's reinstatement posed to their administration forced their hand. Being the cousin of the German Kaiser, Anastasia's mother, Alexandra, still had some value as a bargaining chip. But that value evaporated the instant the German ambassador was assassinated by extremists. In essence, everything about Anastasia's family, their bloodline, their presence, their very existence, was seen as a hindrance. This led the powers that be to refrain from making the Romanovs' sentence public, and so instead they determined to do away with them in secret. So they were executed. At least that is how those in power would like it described. Those who were present said it was, in truth, no more than a massacre. Some believe that Anastasia managed to survive her family's execution, but that theory was thoroughly disproved several decades later thanks to DNA testing. There is simply no denying that this innocent young girl had her life ripped from her simply because she was born to the wrong family at the wrong time. Anastasia's story is indeed one of tragedy. She is one of many sacrificed on the altar of history. However, although her story in proper human history ends there, it continues in the history of magecraft. The history of magecraft? Does that mean the Romanov family was involved in magecraft? I'm afraid the answer to that question remains unclear. They may have had some secret involvement in it, or they may merely have known of its existence. All we know for certain is that a number of lost Fabergé eggs made their way into the world of magecraft. From that, we learned that each generation Tsar had formed a contract of sorts with a certain phantasmal. However, as this rumored phantasmal did not see fit to save Tsar Nikolai II's life, the notion was dismissed as false. But after seeing Anastasia fight, I have determined that there is another possibility. She is a shaman, a spirit keeper. In other words, it was neither her father Nikolai nor her brother Alexei who was the heir to the Romanov magecraft. It was indeed Anastasia herself. So she's the heir to an imperial family who've been ruling over a land of ice and snow for more than 300 years, huh? Ain't quite as bad as Ivan the Terrible, but still pretty goddamn intimidating. But here in this LostBelt, Ivan the Terrible's tsardom has continued unabated for the past 450 years. A lot of difference twixt Yaga history and ours. Humans seem more than a mite frail in comparison, but we got all manner of knowledge and wisdom over the years that let us take down even our toughest enemies. So running a place like this for 300 years is damned impressive, no two ways about it. Unfortunately, while I have learned a great deal about the threat she poses, I'm afraid I have nothing to offer in the way of strategy against her. I see. Well, times like that, the simpler the better. I say we hit her hard and fast. Bushwhacker. Not much you can't kill if you keep on plugging at it till it stops moving. If it bleeds, you can kill it. Perhaps a simple solution would be best in this case. For the moment, I suggest we try Billy's plan of action, such as it is when next we see her. What about summoning a new servant to serve as a shield? Naturally, their one job would be to keep me nice and safe. There you have it, everyone. In the end, you will just have to do the best you can with what you have. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Master. Morning, Mash. You heard the lady. Yeah, she said good morning. Golem's halt. Whoa there. Is something wrong, Avasbron? That's a Diavoltron. It's surrounded by a large number of smaller demonic beasts. You could go around them. This is still an unproven hypothesis, but yes. I believe that a Diavoltron would, well, make for good golem materials? Yes. Well, I suppose I'll just have to help you out. This will be quite a foe for our first battle together. Come then. Yeah, I figured it'd be you I'd be using. I don't know why they tried to hide it, but okay. I mean, we brought you along. Man, that took a whole half hour. It's crazy how long some of these sections are. Alright, so I'm assuming this thing is going to be last. Okay. Man, he's only got 8,000 HP. I don't think we're gonna kill him this time. Oh. I know I should probably wait till the next one, but I'm not going to. Besides, I still got Shiki. Oh, not Shiki. Nidocris I could use. And we got rid of the debuffs. At least for me. Everybody else got rid of lost theirs too, so that's good. Okay, let's see here.
望
す
みとあら
I don't think I saw it last time when we were fighting him.
我は死だ。我は神に愛されし者を殺すのだ。ディオサンケシモミゼルコディアビニ。
Did very little damage.
苦しみなさい
I should have just brought another saber. Oh well, I know for next time.
大逆に死仕方ありませんね
See if we can take them all out.
屍の鏡暗黒の鏡扉となり恐怖の矛暗風ねぶた呪戦
Nice. Good job, Nita Chris. Oh, now I gotta deal with this thing. Hmm.
我が式に踊れ死神。我が式に踊れ死神。
ええ気が合いますね 苦しみなさい
It really doesn't bother me if he dies, so. Then I get Reiko.
手すさぎのようなものですね手すさぎのようなものですね承知いたしました痛いですか不敬者お望みとあらば苦しみなさいホルアクティ
And now we got Pent. I know it's not going to kill him, but it should do at least 50,000, 60,000 damage. Hopefully. Maybe I'm being too positive, but I'm hoping. It's about 45, maybe. 46. Yeah, your skill seal ain't gonna work on me.
承知いたしましたせいいいぞそれすぐに再開できるでしょう
And Nita Chris
ただ
survives.
し明快での話ですが
Ooh, nice. Master missions completed. How was I to command, Master? I'll lie to him. You looked awesome out there. I see. So you have taken a liking to this mystic code of mine. I knew it. I knew it. We're almost to the Rebel Army stronghold now, Salieri. Soon we'll be able to introduce you to everyone else. Wait a moment. If you lot are on the side of proper human history, I don't suppose you have a piano at the stronghold, do you? No, I'm afraid not. I see. Well, then I shall just have to make my own musical instrument when I have a spare moment. Just speaking for myself, but I think I'd rather you find the time to actually fight first. A most reasonable request, but I know the truth. Admit it, Avasbron, you prefer making golems over fighting, don't you? That is true. Even so, I must put combat first. I would never while away my time fiddling with instruments. Nor would I. I am a servant first and a musician second. Naturally, I too would put combat first. You two certainly do enjoy your hobbies. You're one to talk. Well, that's strange. Here I was under the impression that I was fully devoting myself to helping Master restore humanity. They said it because you act like your hobbies are the only thing you care about. I see. So that's how I come across, is it? Anyone who looks to spend their time making things come across as a slacker hobbyist, I swear, they're all a bunch of useless good-for-nothings. Let me see this. Anyone who likes to spend their time making things comes across as a slacker hobbyist. Okay. But aren't you basically the queen of slacker hobbyists? Hey, I do not slack off when it comes to work. Thank you very much. Roman reporting in. Hey, they're back. Open the gate. Welcome back. Mr. Golem, can you make a golem for us too? Please? Normally, I would encourage you to learn the value of hard work while you were young, but I suppose your lives here are hard enough as it is. Here, have a golem. Little baby one. Here you are, a mini golem. It should be able to help you with your chores. Yay! I'm going to work it like a slave. That is not its intended use. Good, you have returned. Are you a servant as well? I am. My name is Salieri. It's quite alright if you haven't heard of me. My name is of little consequence. Ah yes, Mozart's, well... At any rate, why are you wearing that outfit? Innocent monster. I am the man in gray. I am the one destined to kill Amadeus. I only go by Salieri as a matter of convenience, but you may call me that if you like. Well, I suppose stories like yours are not too uncommon in this world. The circumstances of my own summoning were not exactly normal. Now then, Roman, there's something we need to discuss. And what is that? Remember the ore you once asked us about? The one that can be used to engrave magecraft spells. At the time, I believe you also mentioned a jewel that could be used to control golems. Well, I managed to track down a lead on both. Oh, you don't say. Where are they? Not so fast. I would like to make a deal before I share my information. Not again. Yes, again. I cannot afford to lose your combat prowess. I trust Roman and Mash, but... once your ship is repaired, you may end up leaving this world behind, right? Absolutely not. The problems here are our problems as well. We're not going anywhere until we've solved this crisis. You can count on that. Isn't that right, Director Gordolf? Huh? Yes, of course. Liar. Mash is quite right. This land's problems are our problems, and we won't run from them at the first sign of trouble. Good, I hope that's true, but I don't really believe you. That said, we grown-ups do have extenuating circumstances to deal with, and they won't wait around forever, so... What are you trying to say? I'm trying to say that, well, we can't say anything for sure until we see what's actually going to happen. Is that yellow I see on your protruding gut? Don't you talk about my belly. And no, I don't have any guts. I'm not like Holmes. I can't talk my enemies into giving themselves up. When the going gets tough, Gurdolf gets going, in the other direction. At least he's honest about that. My condolences that you are forced to deal with this man as your superior. Now can I ask for your assistance in exchange for my information? Alright, what sort of deal did you have in mind? I will come right to the point. I want your help building a new stronghold. A new stronghold? Well, that sounds right up Avisbron's alley. No, I think it would be too dangerous to rely exclusively on him. Dangerous? His power is not limitless in scope, nor is it a permanent solution. After all, these Yaga need to know how to fend for themselves, even after we disappear. But doesn't that plan of action harbor a different sort of danger? Granted, learning new things always brings with it that possibility, but nonetheless, I understand your point. And yes, it is certainly possible that they could misuse this knowledge and power for their own ends. But even so, I believe it is a good thing for them to learn how to survive. Why would it make a difference? It's their choice whether they spend their lives working honestly or decide to turn to banditry. It's no concern of yours what they do after you're gone. Besides, it's human nature to be obsessed with keeping up with the Joneses. If anything, it seems to me as though providing them with supportive technology will only make their futures brighter. You do make a solid point, Director. Yes, I suppose you are right. It is the Yaga's choice whether to be weak and be eaten, or to be strong and do the eating. Or even to find a new path altogether. By the way, may I ask if you have a particular location in mind for this new stronghold? I do. There is a ravine right at the midpoint between here and the capital. It is protected by a large forest inhabited by vicious demonic beasts, which would make it difficult for the Op from the capital to attack it. Whereas there are no mountains between here and the ravine to block our path. I see. But in that case, wouldn't its natural defenses also make it difficult for you to attack the capital? Yes, I have considered that, which is why I have not moved there thus far. But now, scouts have discovered a tunnel that safely cuts through the woods. At the moment, this tunnel is still only partially hollowed out. But once it is complete, we could reach Yaga Moscow in a single day. It would let us attack it with the element of surprise. What's more, this tunnel is an excellent place to find the sort of ore you seek. So you want us to help you build this new stronghold, and to finish digging this tunnel, right? I've already put together a team of my own Yaga. We will set out once you are all ready. So I guess that's the end of Chapter 15. Or Section 15, I should say. Alright. Well, that took a lot longer than I thought. I should have known, being the only one, that it would be forever. This one's 2. But I'm not going to do that one yet. Let me collect these really quick.
先輩、すみません。気づきませんでした。今日はとってもポカポカで、抱いてるフォーさんもふかふかで、なんだかこうして座っているだけで。惰性で達成感が失われないよう、私は何度でもお伝えしたいと思うのです。お疲れ様でした。先輩。慣れた頃ほど油断しやすいもの、受け取り忘れにはご注意くださいね。先輩。
I'll do my best.
小さなことからコツコツとですね。一歩一歩着実に前進していきましょう。
Alright, that's everything. Wait. There we go. Okay.
ふと興味を覚えたのですが、今までいくつくらいのかけらを集めてきたのでしょうか。
a lot. But right now I have 19. Okay. So that's going to be it for today. It's another 3-hour video. I kind of thought it would end at like 2.5, but this one took like 40 minutes. That one section took like 40 minutes. Anyway, a good couple of chapters, or sections I should say. We finally got to fight Anastasia without her being super strong. And I think I did the right choice bringing Quetz and using a command seal, in order to use her Noble Phantasm twice. Basically wiped her out in 2 turns. So yeah. Right now, I mean, despite what what's his name, Kadak says, he seems to care about Anastasia. Like, I'm pretty sure they've been together for a while. So, or at least however long it's been for all this to happen. I forget how long they said it was. It's been years, I assume. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's been like... Or was it just 3 months? Pretty sure it was 3 months. Either way. That is a long time for you to just be around somebody, especially if it's your servant. So, pretty positive they've, despite the way they act around each other, they pretty much respect each other. And I really don't believe his, oh, I only did it because I wanted to see if I could nonsense. You didn't want her to die. Come on, you know you didn't. Stop being a tsundere and just admit that you wanted her around. So yeah. We got another member of the team, Salieri, who I summoned yesterday. I only got one of him, and I'm not going to try to get more yet. I mean, he's going to be added to the regular summoning pool, so I'll be able to get more of him later. I know there's still one servant left that hasn't been introduced. If you've seen the trailer, like I brought up before, you know who it is. If not, then I'm not going to say who it is. But I am really looking forward to when they appear. We haven't heard much from Beowulf in a while. I wonder if they're going to be joining up soon. I should see how many chapters are left in this. I'll do that later. Anyway. I'm going to have to do more. Well, I don't have to, but I'm going to want to do more. I think Sunday I'll do more. It's Saturday right now. Like, I started when it was Friday, and now it's Saturday, so... I'll start more of this on Sunday. And probably do more than just the 3 sections. We're on, what, 16? Yeah, I did 3 sections. But we'll see. It depends on how long it takes. It took me a while to render the last video that was 4.5, almost 5 hours. I don't know, I had to restart the computer before it would actually complete it. So, who knows, I might have to do that with this one. But either way, I'll just keep doing them for however long I feel like I can continue. And, yeah. After I'm done with this one, I'll probably just do one of my other games. Because I know the second LostBelt doesn't come out for another few months. I think sometime in the summer. I don't know where it is. Like, where in the world it's gonna be, but, you know, I don't know. I know I've heard it before, but I don't remember where exactly. Either way, looking forward to playing that one too. But, you know, whenever that one comes out, I'll do the same thing as I'm doing now. I'm still going to be releasing banner summons as well. And I'll probably record when events come out and I'm playing the event. Because they have story sections too, so it'd be fun to go through that as well. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this playthrough. If you did, be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons and get updates on our releases. Also be sure to hit the bell notification button. That way, when I do release a video, you get notified about it. Be sure to check our Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook to see what else we decide to post. And check out our Discord where you can chat with me or anyone else. It's also a good place to go to see if there are any updates to the channel. Link for that will be in the description. So until next time, bye.